Today we have a very serious situation, and this has to do with a YouTuber being exposed for being an extremely terrible person. Now this is a situation that I have not seen a lot of people talk about, which is extremely shocking. It kind of went under the radar, and it has to do with the YouTuber known as Featureman. Now Featureman is a YouTuber that you have probably watched, or most likely have seen another YouTuber react to one of his videos. And he was basically known for making these extremely weird cooking videos that make absolutely no sense. The one that ended up blowing him up was this video saying how to eat a watermelon, where he will give you a tutorial how to eat it, and people didn't really know if his YouTube channel was fake or real, because since he was super duper old, we didn't know if he was like senile or acting strange, or like if this was just something he generally do. So he basically got this label and then known as like this internet grandpa, where you can like watch these videos and have a good time. Well, he's not going to be known as that anymore, because a couple of people in the community ended up doing some investigating and ended up learning that in the past he ended up getting arrested for life imprisonment for his sexual activities when a minor. Now I completely recommend you go watch some Ordinary Gamer video, as he goes in deeper in the situation and tear in between the lines and basically shows you everything. I'm going to give you a complete baseline of the story. When all this news ended up coming out, he ended up making a response video to this situation, which probably has to be on record to be one of the worst response videos of all time, because it was so bad he ended up deleting it in an hour, which probably has to reach another record of like the fastest response video to ever be deleted. And basically in this whole video he goes into the topic. Now let me go and show you some clips of this video.
About 1977, I became involved with the court system once again. I was arrested. I was tried, I was convicted by a jury, and I was sentenced. And the sentence was life in prison. And the sentence was life in prison. And the sentence was life in prison. Three lives in prison. And without getting into details, I will say that there was a trial, and the witness against me, and he was over 18 years of age, the witness against me admitted on the witness stand that he was lying.
Now this is him basically explaining how he ended up getting a life sentence 3 times. Now his whole point of this video is to basically like leave out as much important information as possible and basically be as vague as possible, so he can like lie to his audience and not make him think that he's just like this absolutely terrible person. Like the first thing he ended up doing is talking about this law he ended up getting arrested for, acts against nature. He ended up forming it to the way that it was like this absolute corrupt law, and if they don't like you, they will arrest you for this no matter what. And also another lie that ended up saying is that the witness in the situation ended up being 18. Now, during the act and during him being under trial, the person was 18, but he completely exited out the point that the time when this person was actually a victim, he was a minor. He wasn't someone above the age of 18.
Very, very intentional misframing of the situation. It's not that he forgot it because he was old, it's because he's deliberately omitting that information. Yes, like at the end of the day, obviously this isn't an interaction between a man or a woman, but it's also not an interaction between a legally aged man and another legally aged man. Again, reading the court documents, it involves a minor. Reading the news clippings, it involves a minor well under the age of 18. Well, why not include that into the situation? Again, without getting into details, I can see why he wouldn't get into details, because there is no actual defense.
And I think the one thing that makes this situation absolutely sick is the way how he forms this video as like a victory lap. Like he's just a winner. He forms it in a way that he's just happy that he was able to get away with this. Basically 100% free and not even get a slap on his wrist. Now I know what you're wondering. How does someone dodge 3 life sentences? This isn't like some petty crime or something. This is a pretty big deal. And he was able to do it with a technicality. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know a lot about the law, because to me it makes absolutely no sense that you can do something like this and just completely like backflip away from the situation and be like, yeah, I'm 100% fine and nothing bad happens. Yeah, this is an absolutely terrible situation. I recommend that if you're a fan of this man's video or you watch it, you completely unsubscribe and like don't support his channel and don't give him any viewership. And also go and watch some Ordinary Gamer's video. He goes into it deeper and gives you more information on the topic. And I do really hope YouTube does something about it. I hope they crack down and I hope they do YouTube banned this guy channel. People like this just don't deserve to be on YouTube and don't deserve to have like a platform or anything. I don't know why this is keep on happening with content creators, where so much content creators ended up being exposed for just being like an absolutely terrible person or just doing stuff like this. It's just so nasty. It seems like the easiest thing as a content creator is to, you know, not do this and just don't be a weirdo. But apparently for some people, that's like the hardest part of their day. I do hope YouTube does do the right thing and takes down his channel. And there's also a lot of people who are like defending this situation, who are saying something like, well, this happened like 40 something years ago. He's like super old now. It like doesn't matter anymore. But I just think it's just a completely just stupid mindset to come by, because people who are victims to stuff like this, it affects their whole life. Your whole life is basically ruined or like changed if you are a victim to this. So I think this whole mindset that all because he's old, he just suddenly just should get like a get out of jail for free card. It's just a dumb, absolute stupid take. Anyway, this is just one situation I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See you.